My name is Ben Williams and I'm an Executive Director with UBS Asset Management in Australia. But when you look outside our backyard, you look at global policy, you look at global warming, you look at the way that we share data and the way that we communicate, there's clearly something that's changed. So the question is, has your portfolio changed? Do you think your total returns going to be the same for the next 10 years using the same assets you've owned in the past? For us, we think the answer is no. The biggest risk that everyone keeps forgetting is the concentration of their portfolio. So even if you have equities and property and bonds, the challenge is for investors to think about the billion people in parts of the world that are moving into the cities, the big thematics changing, the consumption of data, how we use energy. These things aren't going to be solved in the Australian stock market. They'll be solved in other stock markets around the world. What we've done with the UBS CBRE Global Real Assets Fund is bring two of the world's biggest investors together. UBS as a manager of assets for institutions and investors around the world, and CBRE as a specialist in global real asset investing. Because we're going global and because we're looking at assets around the world in both listed and unlisted markets, you need to have people on the ground. The global reach is critical, and the information edge that you gain from unlisted market and listed market investing is absolutely essential when it comes to valuing assets for your portfolio. What we did was conduct a broad study on the changes in the return profile that you enjoy when you start with a building block of property and you add more and more layers to that portfolio. Listed infrastructure, unlisted property, unlisted infrastructure. All of these capabilities look and smell the same, but they perform very differently through different market cycles. We brought all these together to give investors a smoother ride. We want long-term alignment with investors who want to own these assets throughout their superannuation journey. By giving them a combination of infrastructure and property, we've been able to have a smoother ride in terms of volatility and an adequate return profile that's going to meet the needs of most Australians into the future.